Hi guys, and welcome back to Love English. I'm Leila.
And I'm Sabrah.
And today we've got a rather different lesson for you. We are going to be reviewing an app that can help you learn English and as well explore the English culture.
And it's actually a universal app because it represents 110 languages, which is a lot of languages.
It really is. So it is a language and cultural question and answer app. It's basically creating a community for people learning about other languages and cultures, which is incredible.
So it's called HiNative, guys, and they've asked us to do a review video, which we have done, and we've been very impressed. In fact, I'd go so far as to say we love it.
We really do. So Sabrah and I are both learning Italian, and we love the Italian culture. So we have decided to actually use the app ourselves.
Sì, ciao a tutti. So guys, it's free, which is fantastic. Everybody loves a freebie.
I do.
But if you wanted a more specialised service and want your questions answered more quickly, then you could go for the premium service. So there is that option as well. But if you just want to use it on a day-to-day basis, it's free, which is fantastic. The other great thing is that you can sign in from iOS, Android and Leila.
You can even get it on your web browser. So we'll put a link in the description box below to this lesson. And you don't need to download any software, which is brilliant.
So basically, guys, it is a platform where native speakers will ask and answer questions to each other. So, for example, I could go on there, and I have, I'll tell you about that later, and I could answer questions about British culture, correct other people's sentences, and help them out with their English. But I could also ask, for example, a question in Korean, and I could say, how is my Korean for this? Or I could say, where's the best place in Seoul to drink soju, Korean vodka, right?
Ooh. And of course, you can also ask native speakers to define terms for you in their language. They can also correct your sentences. So if you're practicing the language that you are learning, they'll correct it for you, tell you if it sounds natural or not. And there is even a pronunciation feature where you can record yourself. Okay, guys, so we are actually going to trial this out. It's a review, so we really want to test this app and see if it really lives up to our expectations.
That's right. I tried it earlier and I really, really liked it, but we're going to walk you through it step by step to show you how it works.
So I downloaded it earlier and I'm just going to go into the app now. Okay, so here we are on the app. Now you can sign in with Twitter, Facebook. If you have a Lang8 account, which is the makers of this app, of HiNative. However, we're just going to go with our email address. So we need a username. Let's call ourselves Love English. See if that's available.
Looks like it is. Oh,
it's not. Love English.
Someone else has Love English.
21, our age. There we go. And our email address is
Love English, Love Learning.
English.
She doesn't even know our email.
I don't. Love Learning
@gmail.com.
@gmail. Woohoo! Okay.
We're on.
So once you have logged in and signed up, then you can choose your native language. Now we're going to imagine that we are non-natives.
We're imagining that English is not our first language.
No.
Parlez-vous l'anglais?
What was that?
Parlez-vous l'anglais? Français, no?
Okay. So choose your native language. Our native language is... You want to be French?
French.
Okay. French. And the language we are interested in is...
Hindi. We're interested in how to learn about Hindi.
Yeah, but we can't test if the answers are right in Hindi.
Of course, yeah. Okay, so we've got to say we're interested in English.
English. Where is English?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. English UK or English US?
Let's go English UK.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Right, English UK. Now, the great thing about this app is you can also say what level you are at. So if you look, you've got beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So this app really is for everybody. That's the great thing. Let's say that we're beginner, intermediate.
Let's say that we're intermediate.
Okay, intermediate.
Yeah,
okay, right. So there we go. So you can add more than one language, but we're just going to stick with English for now. Right. Okay. Now, do we want to receive the newsletter?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Great. Okay. So we're going to get a newsletter.
If you don't want the newsletter, you can unselect that little arrow, I'm guessing.
Okay, so we've got lots of different features and it walks you through all of them. And it gives you, is this natural? So we're just going to go through this. So guys, we're going to go through some of the types of questions that you can ask. So the first one is, how do you say this? Which makes total sense, I think. Okay, so we're going to test some of these question features that you can ask HiNative to see if they actually work. So I've already asked, how do you say bonjour, imagining I'm French, in English? Okay, so I typed in bonjour. Non-jour. Bonjour. Surprisingly, no. And I entered that.
And the answer came back.
And the answer did come back.
You've got your notification there, Leila.
Oh, where's my notification?
Okay, so go cancel from here. You go to notifications.
Here,
and somebody has said.
Oh, so a lovely person.
So someone has replied and said good morning, which is absolutely correct. Bonjour would translate to good morning in English. So,
perfect.
Yay, that's very nice.
So
that was quick.
That was really quick.
Yeah.
Really, really fast. I don't think you can expect it to always be that fast, but obviously if someone's online and they're willing to answer your questions,
that was great.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So if you were, for example, in Korea and you wanted to know how do I say how are you in Korean, someone would reply and say that. It's great.
Brilliant.
Now for our learners, we really want this app to help you stop using Google Translate as much, because you're actually relying on a native speaker here. Google Translate is not always reliable because things don't always translate the way you put them in directly to a translator. It will directly translate instead of looking for an equivalent phrase which we might use.
So this works much better. It's like having Google with a person.
Yeah. Very good way to
Okay, question. So does this sound natural? Okay, so this question is about English UK. Right, so does this sound natural? Let's try.
I fancy going to the cinema. That's very natural. Let's see if they know that it is.
Fancy. Let's try and see if I fancy to go
to the
cinema. Okay. Right. So we just post question.
Yeah.
Okay. Done. All right. So we'll wait for that one.
Wait. Post.
Post. Sabrah knows how to use this better than me.
Success.
Okay.
Let's see, we'll wait for our answer.
So the options are natural, a little unnatural, or I don't understand you. Okay, so we'll have a look back in a minute.
Maybe they correct you on that one. Let's have a look in a moment.
We'll check back.
Oh, please show me examples with what does this mean or what's the difference?
Ooh.
So I think they could correct you on that one if they wanted to. They could say no. In this case, we would say I fancy. She will know it is going, isn't it? Let's see if they know. Okay, let's try another one, Leila.
What does this mean? Give me a funny word.
What does scrumptious mean in English?
How do you spell scrumptious?
Tious. You got it there.
Ooh,
yeah.
Predictive text. Okay.
I think you need to ask, what does scrumptious mean?
What does scrumptious mean?
Yeah, there we go.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Post. Okay. Post.
Let's see if they know scrumptious, meaning delicious, meaning lovely, scrumptious.
She's doing the work for the app. Wait. Okay. So let's have a look. Have I got any notifications yet? Not yet.
Not yet.
Nearly.
Not yet.
Okay. And I think we should really look at the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Please show me how to pronounce, or how's my pronunciation?
Okay. I can do a...
Do you want to do something? So we have to, there's a record here, so I'm going to press record.
I'll do an Italian accent. Okay, ready? I want to go to a coffee shop. How is my pronunciation? My pronuncia.
Okay, how's my pronunciation? Cool.
Successful. Let's see. Got something. Someone's answered. That was your notification.
Oh, was it my notification?
Yeah.
Someone notified me immediately. What does scrumptious mean? Okay. What does scrumptious mean? Something delicious!
Yay, that's correct.
That's really cool.
Gosh, that's really good. It really
Can
does
I comment
work,
and say thank you?
Yeah, you can say thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to say
Isn't
thank
that
you.
so
It's polite.
useful?
Okay.
So guys, if you were going to visit England or to visit America, imagine how useful this would be to ask questions about words you didn't understand or phrases you wanted to know were correct or checking your pronunciation of things. Maybe you were worried that somebody didn't understand you and you wanted to know, were you mispronouncing it? You could record yourself and see. While we're waiting, I can tell them that earlier I went on the app and I asked a question. So I said I was interested in learning Hindi. And I asked a question. I said, how do you say, Leila, you're my best friend? And apparently it is in Hindi. We want you to tell us, guys, is this correct? Hopefully it is. Leila, tum meri sabse aki dost ho. Leila, tum meri sabse aki dost ho. That should be Leila, you're my best friend in Hindi.
That's so nice.
So isn't it so useful? 110 languages. I mean,
It's
that is
actually
a
a
fantastic
very
app. It
clever
really
app.
is. Very, very, very clever. We've been very impressed.
And the other thing we should tell you is that as a native speaker yourself of whatever language you speak as your first language, you can respond to questions being asked by people asking those questions. And you can see here. Oh, I've got an answer. Hold on. I'll just tell you this. You can see here that if you respond to them, how do you say hello? How do you say hello? How are you in English UK? I could write back and tell them. Okay, so let's have a look. My notification. How do you say bonjour? Oh, no, that's the same one. Scrumptious.
He's talked back to you. So
What's he said? Something delicious. Thank you so much.
He's giving you an example.
Yeah.
That's great. He said, like, for example, a scrumptious breakfast.
And you can like it and you can make this a featured answer. Yes.
And then I believe that you get tickets and points for how many questions you answer and how well you do it, which is also great. So
it really does feel like a community, which I think is fantastic. Very exciting. Okay. So we haven't got the pronunciation back. When I do, I'll let you know. Okay, so I think that's enough about HiNative. If you do want to check it out, then you can go to the links in the description below. And of course, you can also just go to the App Store and download it yourself for free.
That's right, guys. Go ahead and do it. Have some fun. We've had some fun with it, Leila,
I think it's
haven't
pretty
we?
cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It takes a little bit of figuring out, but it's quite straightforward.
Yeah, it is very straightforward once you get used to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, HiNative, for asking us to do a review for you. We had lots of fun, and as we've said, we really enjoyed the app, and we're sure that lots of our students will as well.
And we will be using it. Thanks very much.
Bye, guys.